Okay, now I'm going to run through a 480 generator hooked up to a transformer. The transformer converts the 480 into 120 or 110, 220 or 208 volts, so that you can run a big air conditioning unit with your 480 generator and then convert it down to households, so you can run regular stingers. And the transformer has a couple of 50 amp twist locks. Then you can get an adapter to that, and then you can plug in a regular RV bladed outlet. So let me show you what we got. So here's the generator that runs the 480, and that runs into this big air conditioner. The cool part here is this little transformer. So the transformer, we run the 480 in there. You notice there's no neutral. It's just ground and 3 hots. And then on this side, you've got two 50 amp twist locks, and then you have a whole bunch of convenience power. So one of these 50 amps runs out here, and it runs into a power distribution box, which you can rent. This one here is made by that company, and each one of these is numbered, so you know what breaker. The breakers are underneath this top. And this one here, you hit, see how it's red? You hit that button, and then it'll go green, and now it's ready to use. So this one's red, you hit the reset button, and then it goes green. So that's the distribution box. This is called a pass-through. The power comes in right here, and then you can extend it right there, and it goes to another distribution box. Usually they're 50 feet away. This is a little less. We have convenience power. This is the kind of cord you don't want to run. That's a 16-3 wire. And then there's a couple more cords. Then it passes through. I put it into a Y. So as long as we're not using a total amperage of 50 amps, then you can add more stuff. So we've got these 3 power distribution boxes, and it powers the lights and all the hair and makeup equipment inside this trailer. So there's a couple of outlets there, a couple more there, and each one of these sets that are numbered are 20 amps. They're breakered at 20 amps. Then we have a really good extension cord here, that dark orange one, that goes over to that light. This 50 amp one that I'm following, there's another generator over here for another air conditioner. This big 50 amp one goes to the wardrobe trailer. We should have crossovers right there, but we don't have enough. So we'll just have to be careful. It's a very low traffic area. This is a wardrobe trailer. It's got all kinds of shoes in the belly box or jockey boxes, and then all the costumes are up inside. Normally I would hook up to this with cams, but I just get an adapter so that the 50 amp cord can power it. This trailer only pulls 15 to 30 amps a leg. So that's basically the rundown of the power distribution boxes. Here's a 50 amp distribution box. It actually has Bandit going in. The green is the ground, the white is the neutral. The 2 hot legs are blue and red, and then each one of these gives you a 50 amp Hubbell twist. And then those are those funny GFI resettable circuit breakers that are a pain in the butt. And underneath there is a 20 amp heavy duty receptacle. Then this also has breakers on top. That we can power 6 trailers with. Walking up to one of the generators, I'm going to walk through what we call a Basecamp or Basecamp wiring setup. So after you plug into your bus bar, we're not going to go through starting the generator. You tie in your ground, tie in your neutral, and then you tie in your 2 hot legs. So this is a cam to 50, and then we go 50 twist, and we have 2 Edisons. That's kind of something you don't want to do unless you know what you're doing. But then we'll follow this Bandit. It goes down here, goes into this box here. This powers a 53-foot wardrobe trailer, and it goes into that panel right there. And we have a shore, off, and generator switch, and then a standard breaker panel. So it's on shore because we're running a big generator giving it shore power. Then follow the Bandit here, and it goes around the front. Nice clean lines, everything's straight. You put crossovers so people don't trip, and then we put them in order: ground, neutral, hot, hot, ground, neutral, hot, hot. Then that doubles back and plugs in here to the craft service truck. He's got cams in there, and then there's his breakers. So for overnight power, we disconnect it here, and we run this little 25 kW MQ generator for the overnight power, so the cookies, ice cream doesn't melt. And this one here, it peels off into a set of 3-fers. So we connect those connections there, and then it goes into 3-fers. Then from there, one line goes in to power this trailer, which is that line right there. And then one line goes over here to power this trailer. And then the third line in the 3-fers powers one of our distribution boxes. Our distribution boxes don't have any 110 outlets. We just bring a piece of Bandit in, and we go in power there, and then we have 50 amp twist. This 50 amp twist, it runs nice and straight, no tripping hazard, and it plugs directly into the RV. So we'll go look at a little more. So we've got 11 trailers. So the cable coming out of this trailer has a standard 50 amp blade plug, and then we have an adapter to go to a 50 amp twist. And we have a 50 amp extension. There's a crossover here for a tripping hazard. Same thing here, it comes out of the RV, and it's a 50 amp standard RV into a 50 amp twist adapter. Goes over a crossover, goes underneath the trailer, and it goes into a distro box right here. So this distro box has 6 trailers plugged into it, and each 50 amp is good for 50 amps a leg, because it's 220. So we just do that for trailer after trailer. That's how we get 11 trailers on here, plus 4 semi-trailers. That's a little bit of how to run some Basecamp distribution. All right, so when you're buying trash bags, this is what you want to buy. You want to buy the Contractor 3 mil bags.
Yeah.
There's 42 bags. They're expensive, but there's no leakers.
Right.
And this is what you want to buy. They're 42 gallon, so they give you a little more room than the 32 gallon. And then when you do craft service, you want to buy all this stuff times 3, and then you take care of your crew really good.